Good morning, everyone. Today we will be looking at this some vocabulary, some sentence related to canyon. So this is known as canyon. So you as from the picture itself, you can see that it's terrain. It's a different terrain, one of the terrains. Okay. So and it has so many elevations. It has rivers flowing through this. It's a beautiful natural background for any picture perfect. Okay, so and what is the reasons to visit these places? So we will now look at the vocabularies for that. So starting with just an introduction. Canyon creates its own weather. So the specialty of these places is that it has its own weather. So elevation changes. These elevation changes influence the temperature and precipitation. Okay, there is a difference in the temperature and precipitation because of this. So if the temperature is really low at one point, just 8 miles away, it could be the hottest. So if you want, you can study this. Creates its own weather. Elevation changes temperature and precipitation. The temperature really varies from one point to the another. Next is scenic beauty. So whenever you have to describe anything about a good train journey that you did, or related to rivers, or anything like that, okay, the camping, hiking experience. So at that time you can go with this kind of vocabulary. So this is scenic beauty. So it's a common word used by foreigners. So this is starting, it's talking about the river. The Colorado River cuts through the canyon and stretches up to 277 miles. So river cuts through. So it's like a splitting the canyon and stretches that extension, offering mesmerizing views. So basically you can study few vocabularies like this, mesmerizing views. Okay, in case if you don't know this, you can learn. So these are good vocabulary which you can use anytime. Offers mesmerizing view to millions of tourists. So in canyons, it's approximately 6 millions of people are visiting per year to millions of tourists. Okay. The Great Canyon was declared as. So it's declared. So the problem with if you learn vocabulary, we won't be able to connect in a sentence. So better to learn in a sentence. So it is declared as World Heritage Site. Okay, one of the World Heritage Site which you visited is one of the questions. So for being one of the most spectacular places in the world. Okay, no photographs or descriptions can ever completely describe the timeless beauty of the canyon. The stunning visual changes and the vastness can also be experienced. So what are the sentences which we can use, the vocabularies, especially the vocabularies which you can use, which we learn? Mesmerizing view. See, so it's mesmerizing view, spectacular places, stunning visual changes, timeless beauty. So these are good vocabularies. Okay, mesmerizing views, spectacular places, stunning visual changes, timeless beauty of the canyon. So another specialty is that wherever you go for a tour, the one of the specialty is that there we can do a lot of educational activities. So there are tons of educational activities. So it's good for children to go there, visit there. So second option is learning adventures. Tons of educational activities including internet program, field trips, then offer to guests by the national park. See this, we learn this, okay, internet programs, field trips, but we often forget or skip this type of sentence, offer to guests by the national parks. Tourists are given opportunities to learn about the wildlife and history of the canyon. The national park makes for an ideal setting for outdoor learning. One of the World Heritage sites which you visited. Now, the national park which you visited, wildlife activity which you did. So these are the questions where you can use this. So second reason why you prefer to visit there is that there are tons of educational activities including the internet program, field trips offered to guests by the national parks. Tourists are given opportunities to learn about the wildlife and history of the canyon. So history means actually this canyon is actually previously like billions of years it is said that there are rivers flowing through this. It was not a desert places or places like this, but it was actually a river. Colorado River was passing through that place. But the thing is that now it's looking like an empty place. So the terrain got completely changed over thousands of years. So it's how the places can easily change after years. So you can say like we don't know, we cannot expect as a result of global climate change what all can happen in our life. So previously actually this place was considered as a waste, useless place, but this is now become the best tourist spots, one of the best tourist spots. Now iconic activities. So there are a lot of opportunities also over here. Hike for miles. Here, since most of the area has been left in pristine natural state, so it's like it's not touched by human. It's like that purity. Okay, pristine natural states. It offers rafting opportunities. So rafting means this. This activity is known as rafting. So in the Colorado River you can raft down. So the tourists are provided with rafting opportunities. The Colorado offers rafting opportunities, giving you the chance to get a whole different perspective of the vast canyon as you raft down the river. So one of the extreme sports. So question is like this: one of the extreme sports which you like to do, it's rafting. So if you are considering as rafting, you can tell this. So let it be any extreme sport. You can tell dash opportunities. Let it be anything. Here it is rafting. Rafting opportunities giving you the chance to get a whole different perspective of the vast canyon as you raft down the river. So it's an experience related to river. If you can remember this sentence, it gives you marks. Give you chance to get a whole different. Only the point which you have to remember is that it gives a whole different perspective of the vast canyon as you raft down the river. Then helicopter rides are also offered to tourists for that perfect bird's eye view of the canyon. See, perfect bird's eye view. So helicopter experience give you the perfect bird's eye view. Now it gives camping opportunities. There are multiple places you can choose for overnight camping. Overnight camping. At the North Rim, you can also experience sky camping. So this is known as sky camping. So if you want to know related to wildlife, you can read this. Vocabularies are wildlife enthusiast. So this is basically here in this paragraph it's describing about we shouldn't disturb the wildlife. Avoid feeding the animals, making too much noise and clicking pictures to help. Preserve the nature. So you shouldn't do all these things to preserve the natural environment. So this is actually a good sentence. Attractive sentence which gives you mark which you can use every time. Magical escape. See, it offers a magical escape from the hectic city life. The stunning sunrise and sunset. Stunning sunrise and sunset. Enchanting silence. Fresh air and natural beauty. Awe-inspiring sights and endless fun. Activities. Make it one of the most appealing tourist destination in America. Okay, so words which we studied, it offers a magical escape from the hectic city life. The stunning sunrise and sunset, the enchanting silence, fresh air and natural beauty, awe-inspiring sights and endless fun activities. Make it one of the most appealing tourist destination. Tourist sites, tourist destination in America. So at least if you can remember this much, you can use it for anything. Okay, thank you.